Hello, my dear students. Myself, Professor Sanjay Chabda, Faculty of Land Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. This session is related to business organization for BBA LLB second semester from Unit 2, session number 13, session named Joint Hindu Undivided Family. So dear students, as we read different external forms of business organization are sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu Undivided Family, company and cooperative societies. In our last few sessions, we discussed about proprietorship and partnership. Now in this session, we will discuss about joint Hindu undivided family business. Joint Hindu undivided family, in abbreviation, in short form, we can say HUF. A Hindu undivided family or joint Hindu undivided family consists of all persons lineally descended from a common ancestors and includes their wives and unmarried daughters as per Hindu law. All the dependent children, even spouse, from line wise we can say, descended from a common ancestors, that comes under HUF as per Hindu law. Now this Hindu undivided family, it is guided by two schools of Hindu law, namely Dayabhaga school of law and Mitaksara school of law. Dayabhaga school is applicable to Assam and West Bengal states, whereas Mitaksara school is applicable to whole of India except these two states, that is Assam and West Bengal. According to Dayabhaga school of Hindu law, each son acquires an interest in the ancestral property only after the death of his father. But according to Mitaksara school, a son acquires such interest in the father's property by birth or by adoption. It means in the state of Assam and West Bengal, a son has no right over the property of his father how long father is alive. He acquires the right after the death of their father. But in Mitaksara school of law, that is in other states of India other than Assam and West Bengal, a son acquires right in the father's property by his birth or by adoption. So when a joint Hindu family carries on a business, it is called joint Hindu family firm. The members of such firms are not called partners but known as co-partners. Co-partners, PARCENERS, and head of the business or the active one of the business is the head of the family, and he is known as doer of the business, that is Karta, K-A-R-T-A, Karta of business, Karta of the firm. So partnership differs from joint Hindu family firm in several respects. So to understand joint Hindu undivided family business, it will be easy and more understandable if we will compare joint Hindu family business with partnership. Means we will simultaneously distinguish between partnership and HUF. So like first difference from the point of view of creation. Partnership is created by contract and joint Hindu family is created by operation of law or by status. no agreement, no contract. Then governing law. Partnership is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932, while Hindu undivided family is governed by Hindu law. No, Hindu law. Then names of members. The members of the partnership firms are called partners, while the members of joint Hindu family, undivided family are known as co-partners, as we discussed earlier, co-partners. Then number 4, limit on membership. There is a limit of maximum number of members. It is 10 in the case of banking business or 20 in case of other business, in case of partnership business, while there is no limit of maximum number of members in case of joint Hindu undivided family. It depends on the number of family members. Then number 5, admission of members. A new member may be admitted by the consent of all the existing partners. But in case of Hindu family, a male becomes a member of joint Hindu family by birth or by adoption in the family. Number 6, minor members. A minor cannot be a partner in a firm, but can be admitted to the benefits of the firm. But a male minor becomes member of joint Hindu undivided family merely by birth. Female members. A female can be a partner in a firm, but a female does not become member by birth in the family. Then number 8, fluctuations in membership. In partnership, the membership is less, fluctuating as compared to joint Hindu family firm. It is so because admission of a new partner is possible only with the consent of all the other partners, and expulsion of member is also not an easy task. But in case of joint Hindu family, marriage, birth, adoption or death often takes place in a family. So consequently, the members of joint Hindu family form usually fluctuates. Then number 8, no one is head of the firm automatically. All are equal partners or partners according to profit sharing ratio or according to the nature of agreement. But in case of Hindu undivided family, the karta, that is head of the family, the automatic head of the family is karta in joint Hindu family. Then mutual agency or authority to bind. In partnership, partners are mutual agents. They can bind by their acts to each other. Each partners they acts like an agent or a principal for each other. So mutual agency relationship. But in case of joint Hindu family, the members are not mutual agents. Only karta is the principal. Karta is the head. He can appoint any member as his agent. In case of Hindu undivided joint family. Then number 11 point is liability. The liability of each partner is unlimited. Personal estate, personal property of a partner is liable for firm's debts. But in case of joint Hindu family business, the karta is personally liable for the debts. The members are not personally liable. They are liable only to the extent of their interest in the business, unless they are also parties to the contract. So dear students, as we know, in case of joint Hindu family, decisions, contracts, all are taken care of or entered by head of the family, that is doer, karta of the family. So he is liable for the liabilities of the firm, not all the co-partners of joint Hindu family. Then rights of members. In partnership, every person has a right to inspect and have a copy of account books of the firm and ask the account of profits and losses in case of partnership. But in case of joint Hindu undivided family, no members of joint Hindu family can ask the Karta for accounts of the past dealings and profits and losses of the firm, because he is the head of the family, he is the one to take care of all the members of the family, he is, we can say, boss of the family. So whatever he will do for the benefits of all the co-partners will not be questionable. So other co-partners, other members of the family will not ask him about the books of accounts or about the profits of the firm. Then registration. Registration of partnership firm is optional. It is not compulsory for a firm to be registered, but for the benefits of the partners, it is advisable to have a firm registered to get legal status. But in case of joint Hindu family, joint Hindu undivided family, there is no provision for firm for such registration. This is a family business. Then number 40, effect of members' death. In the absence of a contract, to the contrary, the partnership is dissolved on the death of any partners. That is what will be the effect of if a member dies. So in case of partnership business, if a partner dies and if there is no contract, then firm will be dissolved because of partner's death. But in case of joint Hindu undivided family, the death of any member has no defect on the existence of joint Hindu family business. Because if the head of the family, if the Karta dies, then automatically the next legal heirs, the next legal representatives or the eldest son of the firm will become Karta of the family in place of his father. So that will not stop joint Hindu family business. But in case of partnership, the firm is dissolved. But it will not be dissolved in the case of joint Hindu family, because the family will continue its business as per Hindu law. Now, my dear students, before we sum up this one, let us discuss again, let us recap again that what is Hindu undivided family business. Hindu undivided family business is governed by Hindu law. It is not registered under any act. And Hindu law, as we said, there are two schools of thoughts, two schools of Hindu law. One is Deobhag school of law and the other is Mitaksara school of law. Deobhag school of law is prevailing in the state of Assam and West Bengal, while the Mitaksara school of law is applicable for the whole of India other than these two states. Difference is only that under Deobhag school of law, a son will become entitled to father's property only after the death of his father, while under Mitaksara school of law, a son by birth or by adoption, he has right in the property of his father's property. And as we said, in Hindu undivided family, there is no registration of firm is compulsory. Liability is for head of the family as interested into an agreement. Head of the family is known as Karta, doer of the family, and the other family members, they are not known as partners, but they are termed here as co-partners. So, joint Hindu family is a family business carried on by head of the family. So from here you can read what is Hindu undivided family or distributes Hindu undivided family by partnership business, and keep note of that to schools. Thank you.